we want to verify this identity, the sine of 2x divided by sine of x minus the cosine of 2x divided by cosine of x is equal to secant of x. We see that the left side is definitely more complicated, so we want to start with the left side, apply some identities, do some algebra, right? And then at some point we should equal secant of x. Okay, now first thing we notice on the left side is we do see these double angle formulas, right, for sine and for cosine. Well, so that's probably the first thing you're going to want to do, right? So the double angle formula for sine of 2x is 2 sine of x cosine of x, and that's divided by sine of x here. So we see something should cancel out in that case, right? Now on the right side, there's actually 3 double angle formulas for cosine of 2x. Okay? So I'm going to pick 2 cosine squared of x minus 1. Put that all over cosine of x, and as a fraction, right, I can split this guy up. Okay, so that'll be our next step here. Okay. Now we notice on the first fraction here, okay, the signs do cancel out. Okay, so let me just rewrite that. 2 cosine of x. Now on the right side, right, you got to be careful with this one here. Okay, we do split this up, but we have to make sure that we distribute the sign, right? So this becomes minus 2 cosine squared of x over cosine of x. But because of that minus, it becomes 1 plus 1 over cosine of x. And look what happens to this guy, right? Cosine squared of x divided by cosine of x. Remember, cosine squared is cosine times cosine. So this cosine is going to cancel out with one of these up here. Okay, so if we rewrite this, we get 2 cosine of x minus 2 cosine of x plus 1 over cosine of x, which we know, right, is secant of x. Well, take a look, right? 2 cosine of x cancels out with 2 cosine of x, and we're left with secant of x, which is the other side. So there we go. We verified this identity.